Okay. Armor's heavy and armor's miserable to wear. But thing is, I don't want to die immediately in combat. Alright. Like, am I really gonna go into combat without wearing armor? Like, is that really something I'm gonna do? Am I really gonna, like, run at guns without wearing armor?
What's up, guys? Today I just wanted to come out and talk to you about something that's been going on in the LARP sphere. Yeah, something that's been shaking up the world, even though it shouldn't be, because it's common knowledge. Armor, plate carriers, not dying when getting initiated by contact by a bullet to the chest. Yeah, surprisingly enough, this is a very controversial topic, especially in the LARPer sphere, because of people like an Appeal to Heaven and Cytoxel. They don't run armor, and for the longest time we would shit on people for wearing armor. But then recently, as you know, with Meyerflyer and his stuff, yeah, armor's non-negotiable anymore. I don't know, like, me and him, we talk back and forth, we're pretty good buddies, and there was some pushback from me. I was like, what? Armor? You're gonna sell out? You're gonna sell out now? Oh, dude, come on. Come on, that's so cag-tarded. And he was like, no, dude, listen to me. Literally, like, and then, his philosophy in his philosophy video was pretty spot on. I watched it, and I was already on board with the armor train, because it's like, yeah, it makes sense. Even on the standpoint of getting shot at, you want armor. You know what I mean? But then him with talking about, groin pads and side plates, like side soft armor, it makes sense. To me, it makes sense, at least. So I'm not going to go over the rigmarole of, like, what my philosophy is, or what's this, that, and this, I could talk about leaf suits for a little bit. Leaf suits are very useful to me. I don't know if you can tell, but if you just look around right now, it's still fairly green. But at the same time, the ground is very debris-ish. It's got a lot of dead leaves. And this blends right in. Like, I've done recon drills on national park trails, creep drills, as people call them. And I've done creep drills with this leaf suit on. Camoed up, I got maybe within like 20 feet of these people, and they didn't even notice me. That sounds creepy, but hey, man, it's going to be useful one day, I hope. But yeah, I guess let's go over the Ozark Walker plate carrier and belt setup. So let's get that started here. So on the front here, I can't really remember what this placard is called. If I find a link to it, I'll put it on screen right here. But yeah, so it comes with 3 Velcro patches on the front. I don't really have anything to put in there just yet, but one day I will. It's a 4-cell placard. So it's got a room for 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then on my left side, right here, is a tourniquet that in a pinch, gotta fix that, in a pinch, I can pull it out. Put that right there. And then right here, I've got a magazine pouch with 2 more magazines. And on the back, I've got a radio pouch, which I'm working on my radio systems right now, because, radios are important, so, And then on my little dangler here, in the very front pouch, I've got another tourniquet and 2 earplugs, in case my comms, unless my ear protection runs out. And then on the inner side here of this dangler, I have quick clot combat gauze. I've got a multi-tool, and I've got trauma shears, and that's about it. for in there. And then on this side right here, I've got a universal pouch. I'll take off the plate carrier real quick. That way we can get a little bit more in depth, so I can actually show you guys what's going on in it. In this pouch right here, I've got a few things. I've got a red cloth. It can be used as like a signaler in case of a signal pad, of a signal thing. And then in this little pouch, I've got a Sharpie and a compass. More will be added. This is literally just the 1.0 version. And then in this one, I've got an extra balaclava. And then I've got an individual aid kit. And then I've got an extra headlamp. All right, now let's go over the updated belt system, or battle belt, or whatever you want to call it. First up, these first two pouches, we've got 4 magazines in here. On this second GP pouch from Nixie Works, I've got a SAM splint and another IFAK in there, which that's going to be swapped out to be on the back of my plate carrier, kind of similar to Meyer Flyer's setup. On the back here, we've got a canteen. I might put some water purification stuff in there because I'm tired of keeping it on my body. It kind of gets in the way of movement sometimes. In this one, I've got my tobacco kit, and then I got my prayer bag. Inside the prayer bag right now is a Bible, rosary, and then I've got a thing of holy water and a crucifix. In nomine Patris et Filii Spiritus Sancti. I'm sure as time goes on, these things will change. So, and then on this side, I've got another Nixie Works dry bag. This cube thing, same thing as the Nixie Works video. I've got trimming shears, permethrin, and anti-tick spray. And then in here, this is just an extra magazine pouch. I'm going to put something else in there, maybe a TQ or something. And then right here, I've got another Nixie Works magazine pouch. It's got 2 mags in here, and then my belt. And then my knife. So yeah, that is my kit so far. Since we're on the topic of kit, let's go over my rifle real quick, just so that people will know, I guess. I've got a 223 Wild Barrel and a pencil barrel. I've got a Streamlight Pro-Tac on the side of a Daniel Defense Omega rail. On the inside of the internals, I've got a Aero Precision bolt carrier group. The lower is that machined lower, and the upper is an Anderson. I've got a SIG 1-6 LPVO that I plan to replace this 30mm top with a red dot right up here whenever I get night vision, which is going to be very soon. And then down here, got a Magpul rifling stock with the words In nomine Patris et Filii Spiritus Sancti written on it. Then I've got the Jerusalem cross, and then same thing with this. I've got the insignia for Jesus Christ the Conqueror. And yeah, that's my rifle setup.